Thanks, folks.
Okay, so we are Team 6 and we created Irenic, which is an app to help elderly from their pockets, and this is our team members. Okay, so these 6 people are our team members, and we found problems from the apps that are out now in app stores. So like daily activities 1 and 3 elderly people struggle with people performing their daily needs and impact on health. Denied access. So we create Irenic. It is easy and affordable.
Okay, so here are our prototypes. On the left, you see the homepage of the app, which basically shows small widgets of the actual that you can tap on to go into the bigger, like a bigger part of that. So basically, if you click on reminders, it will go into a bigger page about the reminders, which we will show in the next slide. On the right, we have our website, which basically details our services, means of contact, login, sign up, and Irenic Plus, which is the premium version of the app, and basically how to like sign up for that. Basically, the difference between the two is that in the website, the text-to-speech and speech-to-text and the magnifier are extensions connected to the desktop, which you can use for other websites. So these are the like bigger pages that I was talking about. And you can click the hamburger icon at the top left corner to check out like how to sign up for Irenic Plus, the premium version. So why are we trying to solve this problem now? The world is becoming more technologically advanced, and the people that should be exploiting this to help the elderly are not. And this is important because countries like Japan, there are like aging populations, meaning there are more elderly than there are youth to take care of them, which is creating a crisis around the world. So, and with the pandemic, these elderly, their children have stopped working. Countries' economies globally have gone down. And having somebody to come to your house to help you becomes a risky move. So we need this app to help the people now. So what is our target market? As you can see, we target elderly and their caretakers because the caretakers have also been thrust into a world, newer world, where a lot of stuff is technological. So here's our ideal customer. Her name is Katie Pitbull, and she's 73 years old. She suffers from glaucoma, which affects her eyesight due to her diabetes. And she's also suffering from memory loss due to old age, which affects her medicinal intake. Consequently, she often takes her pills much later in the night, all in one go, which obviously affects her health negatively. So she's also more susceptible to COVID-19 because she's old. And so finance is also a slight problem for her in relation to finding a caregiver.
All right, now I'll be discussing the more financial part of things. Now, so the app is a freemium, and for the premium version that was briefly mentioned earlier, it costs 20 ringgit per month. Although this might seem a little expensive, it is less expensive than a Spotify subscription. So there'll be a 14-day free trial for the app that includes personalized exercises, personalized reminders, and discounts on medicine delivery, and much more. Now, the potential revenue of
Excuse
this
me,
app.
I apologize, Team 6, but that's your time there. I think the judges would like to hear more, and I see you've got a few more slides, so I'm going to let you keep going. I just want to let you know that you are currently over time and running into your questions. Go ahead.
So now, the potential customers of this app is 234 million people. Now, it's not, of course, the actual amount of customers will be lower, but this shows this how many people need help, which is 1 in 3 elderly people. And if all of the potential customers buy the premium service, which they won't, however, a large percentage of the customers probably will, that is a potential $1.2 billion, which is just to show how profitable this area of this app can be. So now our direct competitors are Pill Reminder Pro and Pocket Physio. Both of these apps are just not comparable to our app. They are we are a different league compared to these apps, and some of our indirect competitors that isn't really it isn't really intended for elderly but can be used. They are Audible and Visor. Again, our app can do the things of all these apps and better. So now, what does Irenic have as a competitive advantage against other apps and companies? Now, Irenic is easy to use compared to other applications. The colors and size of the text are also more tailored to help the elderly. And Irenic is an all-in-one, so the elderly do not have to get used to do not have to remember how to use multiple interfaces, because that is unnecessary. Everything is extremely simple and it is extremely easy to use. And also, it is free. Elderly people won't need to pay for the app before using it, but of course there is a premium service which has a lot of the more known features. Now, what is our marketing strategy? Our marketing strategy is to use multiple areas to market this app, such as Instagram, which is a huge social media platform, along with Facebook. We also plan to market it to maybe a bit, never mind. So as you can see, there are other ways we can market it as well. So now this is our contact information. We have our phone number there, along with our email and our website. And yeah, I think that summarizes our presentation. Thank you.
Fantastic. That was very thorough, that presentation, and also very clear. So thank you for that. Judges, we may only have time for 2 questions. Who would like to kick us off, please?
I'll go first, if that's okay. Guys, I love your business idea. I think, elderly care, it's very near and dear to my heart. I think it's a huge opportunity also from a market standpoint. A lot of, people my age or a little bit older are trying to think what they can do for their parents to encourage healthy lifestyle and, exercise and things like that. I have one comment and I have one question. Comment is check out the company Homage. It's here based in Singapore. I know someone who used to work there. They do something very similar. It's worth thinking about. And 2, how did you guys survey this? Did you guys because you mentioned in your case study that you talked to, grandparents. How many did you talk to and what was the common consensus?
I mean, something common that we found was that the elderly are not able to leave their houses and go on walks and do exercise that they usually do because of the pandemic, and they do not have the resources, and it's really hard to search up not really hard, but it's hard to find exercises on YouTube and other apps for the elderly specifically, and yeah, so that becomes a problem for them. And they have to use, as Hans said, many different interfaces, which was a problem as well.
Got it, thanks.
Thanks. Just while we have our second question, we're going to put the poll up. And team, you're going to answer while the poll is up. So Elaine, John, who would like to ask this last question?
I can go. Actually, mirroring what Debbie said. I mean, I give you kudos for thinking about the elderly because they are actually some of the forgotten ones. Everybody loves babies and stuff, but some of the parents are older ones. It gets a little bit kind of like sidetracked. With that said, just I guess related to the competitors, maybe. What is your cost structure like compared to the competitors and the functionality also? As you stated in your presentation that, when you're older, your eyesight's not that good. Plus, you're forgetful. So how easy or how hard is that, compared to your competitors?
I think in the presentation, we also said that the colors that we chose are more, how do I say, distinct and more recognizable to the elderly. Like some of these apps or the competitors that we mentioned earlier might have had some interfaces that were a little too bright and a bit overwhelming. That might not be easy for let's say an elderly person to get used to. So our app is simple. The colors are to the point, and everything is just here to them. It is simple to use. It is easy to. It is basically. Everything is very recognizable, and it's not. It doesn't like hurt your eyes. It is very soothing to look at the colors. It's not bright. It is just yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool. Thank you very much, Team 6. Really appreciate what you're doing there. Clearly, it's touched the hearts of a couple of our judges quite clearly, and I think that's always a good way to go. So, without further ado, though, I'm going to ask Team 7 to share their screen and to get going. So, Team 7, whenever you are ready, please go for it.
Okay, start now.